Today I have books that I will hopefully read very soon, and the books that I have are as follows. Some of them I've already started reading, some of them I'm somewhat into, but first one we have is the Upanishads. I hope I said that right. I'm going to move on very quickly because I know I didn't say it right. I need to Google how to say that, but basically what I've found out is this is somewhat related to the Gita. I don't know how it's related to the Gita, but it seems very similar, and very interested to read it. The back seems very, very insightful. The Upanishads, the earliest of which were composed in Sanskrit between 800 and 400 BCEs by sages and poets, form part of the Vedas, the sacred and ancient scriptures that are the basis of Hindu religion. That alone is piquing my interest. If you know anything about me, I like old, archaic religions and the esoteric principles that are hidden in those works. So definitely something I'm going to check out soon. Next thing I have is Jerusalem by William Blake. This is something that I've meant to read, but the reason I haven't read it yet is this. It's not like a normal book. It's like transcribed, and I'm terrible at reading cursive, so it's not really cursive, but hopefully I'll be able to get through it because it does have the stencils, it does have the artwork, so I think it'll be fun to get through. But again, it's probably something that's going to be difficult to read, and that's why I haven't picked it up yet. And I'm also enthralled with the Fellowship of the Rings right now, so that's something that I'm working through, and I should be finished within the next few days. But yeah, looking forward to picking up Jerusalem. I love William Blake, and I can't wait to read more of him. Next thing I have is a very short book by Albert Camus. It's called Create Dangerously. It's one of those books that I'm probably going to just sit down and read in one sitting, but it's about Camus' creativity and why it's so important to be creative. He talks about this a little bit in his book, The Rebel. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called The Rebel. And he basically says that creativity is the greatest form of resistance, the greatest form of expression, and expressing and not even in a conventional manner, expressing in an unconventional means for the sake of going against the grain. And I think that's one of the most interesting things he said, and I can't wait to read that. But again, I just keep pushing it off. The next thing I have is Modern Man in Search of a Soul by C.G. Jung, Carl Gustav Jung, and I've heard this is a very insightful book. It's not seemingly that scientific. It's only about how many pages? 240 pages. So definitely something that will only take me a few days to read because I feel like I can fly through Jung's style. But yeah, excited to pick it up. Excited to get to it. I feel like I just keep putting it on the back burner, saying I'm going to read it, saying I'm going to read it. I don't read it, and then here we are. The next thing I have is Dune. The reason I want to read this is because I'm currently reading The Lord of the Rings, and I've heard Tolkien almost had a feud with, I guess his name is, it's Frank Herbert. I don't know his name off the top of my head. But be interesting to see the difference in styles because I know Dune is up there among the likes of The Lord of the Rings when it comes to a notorious novel, a notorious series, and has survived the test of time. I don't remember exactly when it was written. It was probably written the same time as Lord of the Rings, but I know there's the movies out. I know there is an opportunity for me to read the book before I go watch the movie. So I feel like people have always said that books are always better than the movie, but when I was a kid, I wasn't going to read the book. So I feel like I kind of ruined a lot of media for me. Like I definitely ruined Lord of the Rings because now when I'm reading the book, I just picture the scene that I remember watching in the movie, or I'm like, well, I know what's going to happen because I saw the movie so many times. So I feel like I have an opportunity to go into something completely blind, and I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to see exactly where it goes and exactly what I am going to figure out from that book. The next thing we have is The Idiot. It's something I actually started reading, but I just didn't get through it because I picked up The Lord of the Rings and I read a few pages and I just kept reading and I didn't look back. And not saying I don't like Dostoevsky, not saying I don't like his style, but I don't know. It's very difficult for me to get into a story, and for whatever reason, I just wasn't willing to wait at the time that I picked up The Idiot. I wasn't willing to allow the plot to develop, allow it to get interesting, and I kind of wanted something more simple. I kind of wanted more something that I didn't have to invest as much time into. So I'm eventually gonna finish it, but it's something that I put aside, and it's something that I'm gonna have to come back to. And the last thing is, let me find the title so I don't get it wrong. The book I have right here is the basic writings of Nietzsche. And the one I really wanted to read was On the Genealogy of Morals. As well, I want to read Ecce Homo. But first I want to read On the Genealogy of Morals because I feel like that's one of his later works that I haven't picked up. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it's about, but I'm interested to read some later Nietzsche because I really like The Gay Science. I think The Gay Science is his greatest work, but I feel like I haven't read enough of his later works and seen where his philosophy developed to really say I have a full encompassing understanding of his writing. So yeah, that's something that I'm going to pick up. Hopefully you see me review these books soon. Hopefully you see me get to these books soon. I'm putting them in front of me, so there's a good chance I'm going to read them because I'm going to see them time after time. But one or two of these may get pushed to the back. I may not get to it for years, but just know when I have a book, I will get to it, but it may not be very soon. And I feel like I feel so bad because I'll like make videos where I talk about books that I just got, and then I just won't get to them. And it's not even that I know people are keeping track of it, but I know I'm keeping track of it because I'll go back and I'll see the thumbnail and be like, damn, I still haven't read that book. So yeah, with that said, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. I'll catch you in the next one.